Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this session, we'll take a look at some of the commonly asked SQL interview questions. So we have this table here, employee. So we are using employee table here. So let's see the data first. So this is our employee table where we have employee ID, first name, last name, email, etc. So let's start our first question. So our first question here is select employee, first name, last name, job ID and salary whose first name starts with alphabet S. So in order to get all the columns, we use star after select command. But here we need to only fetch first name, last name, job ID and salary from this employee table. So we are mentioning those column name here. Then after that, we need to find only those records where first name starts with alphabet S. So for that we will use like operator here. And if you don't know what like operator is, then please watch my previous video on like operator. I'll put the link in description below. So like operator is used to find the text. So here we are using wildcard and we are using percent sign. So here what is the requirement? We need only first name with which start with the alphabet S. So we have mentioned the S letter here, and after that we are using this percent sign, which means there could be any letter after this letter S, and we are providing this value in uppercase. So we are using upper function here with first name in case if we have any name which is in smaller case which start with S. So for that we have used this upper function, and then we have used the like operator, and then we are providing the value. So we need the value which start with S, and there could be any value after that, so we are using percent. Okay, so now moving to our second question, which is write a query to select employee with the highest salary. Okay, so first we need to find the maximum salary from the employee table. So for that we will write this command. Okay, so let's run this command to see the highest salary. So the highest salary is 24,000. Okay, so now we need to find those records where our salary is the max of salary. So for that what we are doing, we have calculated this max of salary and then we will pass this value to our salary. So we are selecting employee ID, first name, last name, job ID and salary from the employee table where our salary should be equal to the max of salary, which is 24,000. And now if we will run this code, you can see that we have got only one record here, and Steven has the highest salary, which is 24,000. Okay, so moving to our third question, which is select employee with the second highest salary. So in our previous question we were finding the first highest salary, which was 24,000. Now we need to find the second highest salary. So for that what we are doing here, first we are selecting all the columns which we need. So we are selecting employee ID, first name, last name, job ID, salary from this employee table. Now we are using where clause where salary is not equal to the max of salary. So we need second highest salary, so we are excluding this row where salary is our max salary. So we have applied this condition where salary is not equal to the max of salary. So we will get all the records. Okay, we are using top one here. So for now I will remove this, and if I will run this, so what will happen? It will give me all the records excluding this one where the salary was the highest salary. Okay, and after that we are ordering it by salary in descending order. So if we will run this code, you can see here now we have this second highest salary, which is 17,000. Okay, because we have already excluded the first highest salary. Now we need only one record, so for that we will use top operator. So top one, and we only need second highest salary, so for that we are using top one. Now let's run this. So now you can see that we have the second highest salary 17,000 and the first name is Meena. So the above query select only one person with the second highest salary. So but what if there are more than 3 person with the same salary? Like if I will remove this top one and if I will run this code, so then you can see we have two records for the second highest salary. Okay, so if there are more than 3 person with the same salary, or what if we want to select the third or the fourth highest salary? So let's try a generic approach for that. So here our fourth question is fetch employees with second or third highest salary. Okay, so for that what we are doing here is we are creating the CTE, and now inside of the CTE we are writing this query. So select and then column names which we need in our output. So we are selecting employee ID, first name, last name, job ID, salary, and then we we want to make it dynamic, so we are providing rank to our each row. So we are providing this dense rank over order by salary and then in descending order. So what will happen, it will provide the rank by salary, so the highest salary will get the rank first, and then we are providing it an alias as rnk, okay, from this employee table E. And then we are selecting all of the columns which are inside the CTE where rank is equal to 2. So what will happen? It will give me all the results where rank is equal to 2. So first let's run this code. So now as you can see that it has given the rank to each row by salary. So the highest salary has got the rank 1, and then the second highest salary has got the rank 2, and here as you can see we have ties. So it is providing the rank 2 to both of these rows. So whenever we will find the second highest salary we will get 2 rows. Okay, and then so we are using dense rank here, so it is not skipping any number here. As you can see that after 2 we have got 3, and if we were using rank function here we would have got rank number 4 in rank number 3. So that's why I use dense rank function here. Okay, now let's apply filter in this result set. So now we are selecting all the columns from our this code and where rank is equal to 2. So we are finding the second highest salary. Okay, so we'll run this, and now you can see we have got 2 rows here. Okay, and if we want to find the third highest salary, then we can provide 3 in our rank. So our fifth question is write a query to select employees and their corresponding managers and their salaries. Okay, so now this is a classic example of self-join in SQL Server. Also, I am using this concat function to concatenate the first name and last name of each employee and manager. Okay, so here we are performing self-join, and so first we will select first name and last name from employee table and we will concat this. Okay, then we are selecting salary as well from the employee table. Okay, and after that we need the manager name as well. So for that we will use this first name and last name from our second table, which is manager. And now we are concatenating here first name and last name. So what we are doing here, we are selecting first name which is employee and then salary and the name which is manager from employee table, and then we are using this join and we are joining the same table and we are providing it an alias of manager, and then we are performing this join on employee.manager id is equal to manager.employee id. So what will happen here, if I will run this code, select star from employees. So as you can see here we have employee id, first name, last name, and then we have manager id as well. So for employee id 102 where first name is Lex, the manager id is 100. Okay, so 100 is Steven, so Lex manager is Steven. So for that what we are doing here, we are performing join on employee dot this employee table first table dot manager id should be equal to our second table employee dot employee id. So in this way we are getting manager for each employee. Okay, and then if we will run this code, you can see here now we have employee, which is the first name plus last name. Then we have employee salary from our first table, which is employee. Then we are getting this manager from our second table, where we have applied this condition employee.manager id is equal to manager.employee id, and then we are getting manager salary as well. Okay, so this is the employee salary and this is the manager salary. Now moving to the sixth question, which is write a query to show count of employees under each manager in descending order. So now we need to show total number of employees under each manager. Okay, so here as well we will perform the self join, because we need employee name as well and we need manager name as well. Okay, so we are selecting e.employee id. So we are selecting employee id, then we are concatenating first name and last name, and we are giving it as a manager name. Okay, and then we are counting the employee id as number of reportees, which will give us the total number of count under each manager. Okay, from employee E, and then we are joining the same table to our employee table E on m.manager id, where m.manager id is equal to e.employee id. Okay, and then since we are using the aggregation function here, so we will group it by all other non-additive measure, which is employee id, first name and last name, and then order by 3. So we are sorting our data by 3, which is our number of reportees in descending order. So if we will run this code, you can see that so we have sorted our result by number of reportees in descending order. And now for employee ID 100, where manager name is Steven, the total number of reportees are 8. Okay, so we are just performing the self join here on our first table, which is employee table dot manager id is equal to our second table, which is manager table dot employee id. So in this way we will get the name of the managers and total number of reportees. Okay, now moving to our seventh question, which is find the count of employees in each department. Now we need to find total number of employees in each department. So first we will mention only those column names which we need. So we need department name, so we are going to use department table here. Okay, and we need department name from the department table, and we need total count of employees from employee table. So we will perform join to combine these two tables. So we are selecting these two columns from employee table, and then we are joining department on employee.department id is equal to department.department id. So department id is the common key between these two tables. Okay, so now we have performed the join, and now we are grouping it by department name, because we are performing this aggregation function here, and then we are ordering it by employee count in descending order. So if we will run this code, you can see now we have department name from the department table and the count of total employees for each department, and also we have sorted our data in descending order. Now moving to our eighth question, which is get the count of employees hired year wise. So we need to find the total number of employees hired each year. Okay, so for that what we are doing here, we are using select command and we are fetching year from this hire date. So we are going to use year function, year hire date as hired year, and then count star. So we are counting each row and we are giving it an alias employees hired count from employee table, and then we are grouping it by hire date because we are using this aggregation function. So we need to perform the group by here and we are grouping it by year. Okay, and then we are sorting our data order by 2, which is employee hired count. So let's run this code. Okay, so now as you can see here, we have hired year and then the total number of count of employees in descending order. Now moving to our ninth question, which is find the salary range of employees. So for that, we need to find average of salary, max of salary, and min of salary. So we are using the table employee here, and we are using min function to get minimum salary. We are using this max function to get the maximum salary, and then we are using this average function to get the average salary, and then we are applying this round function on this average salary, and we are using this employee table here. So let's run this code. Okay, so in round function we need to provide the argument. So here we are missing this one. So we need only one decimal in our number, so we will use round and we will provide this one here, and let's run this code again. So now as you can see, we have the minimum salary, we have the maximum salary, and we have average salary as well. Okay, now moving to our 10th question, which is our last question. So write a query to divide people into 3 groups based on their salaries. So here we are using case statement, and if you don't know what case statement is, then please watch my previous video on case statement, and I will put the link in description below. So first we need to mention all the columns which we need in our result set. So we are concatenating our first name and last name to get the name. So we are giving it an alias employee, then we need salary, and after that we need to divide people into 3 groups based on their salaries. So for that we are using case statement. So case when salary is greater than equal to 20,000, and if our salary is less than 5,000, then we need to provide label low. Okay, and if our salary is greater than 5,000 and salary is less than 1 lakh, then we need to provide label mid, or else we need to provide the label high, and then we will end our case statement and we will provide the name to our column as salary level from employees table, and we are sorting our data by 1, which is our employee. So we are sorting our data in ascending order by employee name. So let's run this code. Okay, so now we have got the employee name, which is concatenation of first name and last name. Then we have got salary and the salary level as well on the basis of this case statement. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.